Hey guys, welcome back to Carrie's Kitchen. Yes, I have t-shirts that don't have Nike written all over them. Today we're doing another request that I collected from one of you on my Instagram, and I'd also mentioned that I'll do it in the last video, so today we're cooking crepes. So like I mentioned previously, and if you haven't watched that video, you should go watch it right after this, but there's a big difference between pancakes and crepes, even though the foundations are the same. So pancakes, like we discussed, are much thicker, fatter, fluffier, and crepes are really thin, very versatile, and I'll show you how versatile they can be in today's video. We're going to do both sweet crepes and savory crepes. So sweet crepes means we'll have a lot of sugar, fruits, chocolate, powdered sugar, jam, whatever you want, honey, syrup. And for the savory crepes, obviously that means we'll be adding in salt. So I'm going to do two mixtures. I'll show you how to do both of them. And we'll also do the fillings inside the savory crepes. I'll show you one of my faves. It's also my mom's fave, so I'm sure when she watches this video, she'll feel some type of way. So we're going to start off with the sweet crepes, and I'm just going to prepare my fruits for that. And today, my choice in fruits is some fresh strawberries and some fresh red grapes. It's important to choose red grapes because they're much sweeter than the green ones. I'm just gonna take them off their stem, the branches, or whatever you wanna call them. So now that my fruits are ready, the next thing I'm going to do is make the batter, which is fairly simple. All you need to have is plain flour, an egg, water, milk, and sugar. And you'll need sugar for both the sweet and the savory, and I'll show you why very soon. So let's get started with the sweet ones first. So I'm just going to take my plain flour, the same as the pancakes that we did the other day. I'm going to just take 4 heaped tablespoons, and to make it easy for you guys, I'm just using a regular tablespoon that people use for eating. And for this recipe, 1 tablespoon equals 1 crepe. So however many crepes you want to make, just know that when you're putting in your flour. So you might have already guessed, but I'll have 2 sweet ones and 2 savory ones. Next thing I'm gonna add in is my sugar, and just like the pancakes, I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons. So the method follows: if you put 4 tablespoons of flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 6 tablespoons of flour, 3 tablespoons of sugar. And I'm just gonna mix it up a bit. Next, I'm gonna add in my egg. You know my relationship with eggs, so it'll just be 1. Once again, don't do what I do. Crack your egg in another bowl and then put it into the flour. As usual, wash your hands after you crack an egg. You don't want salmonella. This is for your own safety, guys. Next, I'm gonna add in some milk. And in this recipe, you need more water than milk. So actually, to make it easier for you guys, instead of worrying about the measurement of the milk, what you could do is just pour in bit by bit until the whole mixture is wet, as in there's no more flour. Even though it's as thick as this, don't worry too much about it. Then from here, you start adding in your water. Then the consistency of our batter should be the same consistency as running water. It should be so thin. So we're just gonna add in loads of water until we reach a point where the mixture is literally dripping. See that? It should literally just pour without hesitation. That's it for our sweet crepes. At this point, because I have all this batter, I'm going to pour out half of this into a different container to make the savory crepes. So I'm just heating up my pan. For this, we're going to use vegetable oil, and I cannot stress this enough. You have to use vegetable oil. If you want to use another one, up to you. But I've found that the best results come from when I use vegetable oil. I've tried everything: butter, my fave, ghee, Blue Band, yeah. I've tried other things, and the best crepes that I make always use vegetable oil. So when you're cooking crepes, you have to make sure that your pan is really hot, because as soon as that batter hits the pan, it should already start cooking. First things first, we're gonna put in some vegetable oil, and you'll know the pan is hot because of how fast it moves. And my pan is even starting to smoke, so I know it's quite hot, and I can bring my heat down a bit. And here is where people find this tricky. You have to be able to rotate your arm in quick motions, because once I start pouring, I need to start rotating my other arm. And we're going to hold the pan at an angle, and we're going to start pouring and rotating, pouring and rotating, keep rotating. So you want the batter to already be drying up as you're rotating. As you can see, the batter is dry. There's nothing moving. The bottom has already started cooking. So I'm going to put it back on the fire. And the easiest way to know when this is ready is when you see the edges browning and crisping up. Also, they're really easy to move around, so it shouldn't be hard. And you'll not you use your intuition. I feel like if you listen to yourself, you'll know when they're ready to flip. And these are not messy like the fluffier pancakes, so even if you flip it and you find that it's not browned completely on the other side, you can always flip it back over. Nothing will go wrong. So right now I can see my edges have crisped up, they're browning, and for sure the bottom, oh, I don't know if I can show you, the bottom is brown. While I'm holding this crepe in the air, I'm just gonna add in a tablespoon of oil so that the other side can cook as well and not stick to the pan. I'm just gonna drop this guy down. This is usually quite a fast process. As soon as the pancakes hit the pan, you know they've already started cooking. Ooh. As soon as the crepes hit the pan, you know they've already started cooking. Once you flipped it over, it's basically cooked. You just need to brown the outside. So like this one's ready right now, and we can move on to the next. So we repeat the same process. A tablespoon of oil, swirl it around so that the crepe doesn't stick anywhere. Have to stop calling them pancakes. Hold your pan at an angle, pour and turn, pour and turn. Pour and turn until it completely dries out. And let it cook. And the reason why you need your batter, you absolutely need your batter to be runny, to look like water, is because that makes them nice and light once they start cooking. Otherwise, you're basically cooking chapati without the steps, because that's what will happen. It'll become very cakey, hard, sweet chapati. That's what we're gonna call it. If you need to know how to cook chapati, there's another video that I've posted before with detailed instructions, but this is how we cook crepes. So make sure that your batter is really runny. Key point. Okay, so that's it. As you can see, our sweet crepes are now ready. This is actually easier than doing savory crepes, and you'll see why soon. Next thing we're going to do is construction. So at this point, you can eat them as they are. Don't worry about anything else. These are good to go. But for those of you who want to take it a step further, we're going to add in things. So I'm going to start with the one on the top. To make it easy for you guys, I'm not going to make the chocolate syrup here and now, but I am going to use a store-bought one. Every supermarket you go to has chocolate syrup, chocolate topping, chocolate flavoring of some sort, so it's really no stress and it saves you a lot of time. There's nothing wrong with this. It tastes as good. Okay, homemade tastes better, but this will do. So I'm just going to drizzle some on it. Then remember we had our fruits, so I'm going to add in and I'm just going to roll it in on itself and the other side in on itself as well. And I'm going to take another plate and put it on there. And there you have it. Sweet crepes. You can garnish how you want. I'm just going to drizzle some more chocolate on the top. For good measure. And that's it. Your sweet crepes are ready to go. You can go ahead and dig in. If you have kids, I would recommend going easy on the chocolate syrup or whatever other sweeteners you add as you go. I think I'll end this video here as a part 1 of 2. So the savory crepes will be part 2. So click the link somewhere for part 2 of crepes.